Hi guys, in this video we will learn about arrays. Arrays are the structures that hold multiple variables of the same data type. The first element in the array is numbered as 0, so the last element is 1 less than the size of the array. An array is also known as the subscript variable. Before using an array, its type and dimension must be declared. Now come on the array declaration. Like other variables, an array needs to be declared so that the compiler will know what kind of an array and how large an array we want. Int marks 30. Here int specifies the number of variable just as it does with the ordinary variables, and the word mark specifies the name of the variable. The 30 however is new. The number 30 tells how many elements of the type int will be in our array. The number is often called the dimension of the array. The bracket tells the compiler that we are dealing with an array. Let us now see how to initialize an array while declaring it. So this is the initialization example. You can see. Now come on to the accessing elements of an array. Once an array is declared, let us see how individual elements in the array can be referred. This is done with the subscript, the number in the brackets following the array name. This number specifies the element's position in the array. All the array elements are numbered starting with 0. Thus, mark 2 is not the second element of the array, but the third one. Entering data into an array. Here, in the section of code that places data into an array, the for loop causes the process of asking for and receiving a student's marks from the user to be repeated 30 times. The scanf function will cause the value type to be stored in the array elements mark 0 and the first element of the array. The process will be repeated until it becomes 29. This is the last time through the loop, which is a good thing because there is no array element like marks 30. In the scanf function, we have used the address of operator and the element marks I of the array. After this, we come on reading data from an array. The balance of the program reads the data back out of the array and uses it to calculate the average. The for loop is much the same, but now the body of the loop causes each student's mark to be added to a running total stored in a variable called sum. When all the marks have been added up, the result is divided by 30, the number of students, to get the average. Now, the advantages of using an array. Similar data types can be grouped together under one name. Another one is, for example, int a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, etc. can be represented in the single expression. Now, it allows random access of the elements using indices, which saves a huge time. It can be used to implement other data structures also, like stack, queue, etc. We can use 2D matrices using an array. Here comes the disadvantages of using an array. It is mandatory to determine the size of an array to store the elements in it, as the array elements are stored at the consecutive memory locations, so insertion and deletion of the element is difficult. This is a certain chance of memory wastage. Multidimensional arrays. The simplest form of the multidimensional array is the 2D array. A 2D array is in essence a list of 1D arrays. To declare a 2D integer array of size xy, you would write something as follows. Multidimensional arrays may be initialized by specifying bracketed values for each row. You can see this with this example. The nested braces, which indicate the intended rows, are optional. The following initialization is equivalent to the previous example. You can see all the initializations. Now come on to the example of simple array. So let us try to write a program to find the average marks obtained by a class of 30 students. Here the complete program for the given array is here. You can try to use this program in your compiler. Now the example of 2D array. Try both the programs by yourself. This will make it easy for you to understand. And thank you for watching my video.